Hello, good morning, friends. Hoping you all are fine. So, on the background of yesterday's video, which was based on the motion topic, here we begin with the actual topic. Yesterday, I just thought that I should just clear some concept of motion, displacement, distance, speed, velocity, and acceleration. So, hoping that you must have understood the meaning of all those concepts. So, again, in this topic, in a brief, we are going to understand all those concepts. First of all, motion. What is motion? A body is in the motion if it is changing its position with respect to its surrounding. Okay, with respect to the other stationary object. Now, why it is with respect to the motion is never a absolute motion. Motion is always considered to be relative motion. Now, what is the difference between absolute motion and relative motion? Than that of understanding the difference, I would say you should just understand the meaning of relative motion. See, if I say that right now I'm sitting on a table, that means I'm stable. Okay, do you really think I'm stable? I'm not. Why? Because Earth is moving and I'm on the Earth, right? So, as Earth is moving, even I'm moving with the Earth. So, my motion is going on with the Earth, right? So, I'm not stable. Then this means that there is not a single object on this Earth or in this universe which is stable. Everything is continuously moving because the whole universe itself is expanding and it is moving. So accordingly, one thing is very clear that we cannot say something is stable or anything is stable. That's the reason we need to understand the meaning of motion in terms of relative motion. So here we consider if an object is moving with respect to its stationary surrounding, then we call that particular object is in the motion. Right? If the object is changing its position with respect to its surrounding. Okay? So right now when I'm sitting on the table, sitting on the chair, sorry, when I'm sitting on the chair, that time my surrounding is stable and even I'm stable with it. That means I'm stable right now, I'm not moving. If I get up from here and if I go to the kitchen and drink the water, right? So I'm changing my positions with respect to my house, right? As I'm changing my position with respect to all those stationary object, I'm considered that I'm moving or I'm in the motion. Clear? To understand in the more better way, let me just tell you or give you one simple question. Now you can see that there is a simple diagram here of Earth. I know that the speed of Earth, the rotation speed of Earth, is almost approximately 340 meter per second. That means Earth move or Earth rotate 340 meter in 1 second. 340 meter. I hope you can imagine 340 meter is what. I can tell you what is 340 meter. 100-meter race, isn't it you do during your annual sports meet, right? That is 100 meter. Three times, rather more than the three times of that will be nothing but what? 340 meter. And that much speed the earth has got, or that much it covers in 1 second. I hope you understand the meaning of 340 meter per second. Clear? Now this is the rotatory speed of the earth, rotation speed of the earth. Now imagine just for a while that I'm standing here and if I jump, so isn't it when I jump, the earth continue to rotate? So what will happen? What should happen? Not what will happen. What should happen if I jump here, then the earth continue its rotation. Earth will continue its rotation. So when I'm jumping, maybe for 1 second or maybe for fraction of second, however, if I'm jumping for some time, I'm in the air, right? And down the earth is moving. So what should happen? Tell me. Isn't it right now where I'm standing after jumping, I should stand or I should move for around about 100 meter away from the position? Isn't it? But that doesn't happen. So when I jump, I land back on the same position, right? Not even a single millimeter change you will find. right? Why this happens? Why this happens? The same thing if I do standing on the bus. Imagine it is a bus. So it's a school bus, imagine, and if I stand at the end point of the school bus and school bus is moving in this direction, and if I jump on the school bus, what will happen? The bus will go ahead and I will fall down on the ground, on the road, right? Now the same thing, why doesn't it happen on the earth? Okay, so search this reason. I'm not going to explain you. Try to find out the answer of this one. Okay, so then you may realize the motion and the meaning of motion, and at the same time meaning of relative motion, right? Okay, so let's go ahead with the motion. So I hope you understood the meaning of motion. Next one, let's talk about distance and displacement. We have discussed about it. Distance traveled by a body is the actual length of a path covered by a moving body, irrespective of the direction in which the body travels. So it is nothing but an actual path, or the length of the actual path that the body is traveling. Of course, the SI unit of distance is meter. You must know that. Displacement. When a body moves from one position to another position, the shortest distance between the initial point and final position of a body, along with the direction. Now, in the definition of displacement, the direction word must come. That's the reason it is very, very important, because I know that displacement is which type of quantity? It's a vector quantity, and whereas distance is what type of quantity? It is scalar quantity. So that direction word must come. So again we repeat, again I will tell you, when the body moves from one position to another position, the shortest distance between the initial position and final position of the body, along with the direction, is known as displacement. We have discussed all that. So now for giving you a exact difference between distance and displacement, I have a special slide here. Now from point A to B in the first diagram, very first diagram, the distance, or that particular, maybe the object has moved on that blue color path. Now that blue color path is a distance, and a direct line, straight line between A and B is called as a displacement. In the same way, a person is moving in the second diagram from A to B and from B to C, right? So person is at A, he goes to B and then to C. So the distance covered by the fellow is 7 meter, isn't it? 3 plus 4. Whereas the displacement is nothing but the direct distance from that fellow to the home, that is 5 meter. So displacement is 5 meter and distance is 7 meter. Now here in the last diagram, please check. The object is at A. Okay, object is at A and he goes to B, then C, then D, and then again back to position A. Just imagine, I repeat again, object is at A, he travels along the particular path of rectangle and comes back to the original position again. So the distance covered by that fellow is 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 5, that is 16 meter. And very interesting, how much is displacement? Yes, you're right. The displacement here is 0. The displacement is directly 0 because there is no change in the position of A is recorded. No change. He was there and again he is there. So accordingly, no change in the position. So it is 0. Right? So what I understand the difference between distance and displacement. Distance is a length of a covered path. Displacement is a change in the position along with the direction is displacement. Distance, scalar quantity. Displacement, vector quantity. Distance of a moving body cannot be 0. Like a last example, if I take the last example, object is moving. If the object is moving, it will have some distance covering. Object is moving, it will cover some distance. But displacement can be 0, as we see the last example, right? So here are few distinguishing points, very, very important, need to note. Okay, of course we have question to solve, so we'll complete the question as well. Let's check. An object has moved through a distance. Can it have 0 displacement? If yes, support your answer with an example. So the same example you can give, this example you can give, isn't this object is moving and is its displacement 0? Yes. Again I repeat, isn't it this object is moving and is displacement 0? Yes. Then this can be the simple example, right? Second question. A farmer moves along the boundary. Now this is something something different. So we will be discussing these questions later on. What do you say? Calculation wali questions. Third question. Which of the following is true for the displacement? Okay, which of the following is true for? Matlab, is true for displacement. It cannot be 0. It's false. Why? It can be 0, right? Its magnitude is greater than the distance traveled by the object. Matlab displacement's magnitude is greater than distance traveled. Never it is greater than, it is rather smaller than, because it is the shortest distance. You must know that displacement is nothing but the shortest distance between the object and desired position, the initial position and the final position. So it is the shortest distance. So that's the reason displacement is the shortest distance. So both the answers are wrong here. It's magnitude. Magnitude का मतलब होता है value. Okay, magnitude मतलब value, absolute value. So magnitude मतलब value is greater than, whose value is greater than, displacement's value is greater than the distance traveled. No, it is smaller than the distance traveled. ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Ravi moves with the path as shown from A to B, as shown in a figure, from A to B and then B to C. Find distance and displacement of Ravi. So let's start understanding. Let's know the distance first of all. So I'll take screen right here. Check karo. So from A to B it has traveled, and then from B to C it has traveled. So the position here is, try to understand, the position here is the object is traveling from A to B. So distance is AB plus BC. Here distance is AB plus BC, which is 6 plus 10, and the answer is 16 centimeter. Ravi is traveling. Ravi is a name of ant or what? Because centimeter is a very small distance. Okay, anyway, we'll take it ant move in this particular path. Anyway, displacement, let us check. To find out displacement, don't you think that from it was at A and now it is at C? So this is my displacement. Correct? AC is my displacement. So how can I find AC? So we're using Pythagoras theorem. Here is 90 degree. What is Pythagoras theorem says? It says BC square is equals to AB square plus AC square. BC square I know, that is 10 square. AB square is 6 square is plus AC square, which I have to find out. 10 square is 100 minus 6 square 36 is equals to AC square. So it is 64. So implies what is AC is equals to 8. So how much is this displacement? It is nothing but 8 centimeter. That's it. It's easy, right? Let's go ahead. An ant move on a semicircular path of radius 7 centimeter. Find displacement and distance of the ant. This is what is expected. Ant moves in a semicircular path of radius 7 centimeter. This is radius is equal to 7 centimeter. Find the displacement and the distance. So this is the path that ant is moving on. Okay, isn't it? This is nothing but circumference. Circumference of circle is 2 pi r. But circumference of semicircle is pi r. Half of the 2 pi r. Pi r. So pi is 22 by 7. R is radius कितना दिया है 7. So the answer is 22 centimeter. So this is my distance, because it is nothing but the covering of the path. Now the object was at A and now it is at B. So this is the direct distance, which is going to be a diameter. So displacement is diameter. Diameter मतलब 2r. So it is 2 into 7, which is 14 centimeter. and that's it. Distance and displacement is done. Easy, isn't it? Last question, I think you can do this, but still I'll help you. A man travels towards east and all, okay, then south and all, okay. So before that I will just tell you where is east and where is west and how to understand that. We'll discuss about it. Okay, understand it. So in your geography you must have learned this kind of symbol, where here is south, here is north, sorry, this is south, your right side is east and your left side is west. Okay, again I repeat, north is your upside, down is south, of course, right side east and left side west. So keeping this in mind, let us understand how man is traveling. Man is traveling a distance of 2 meter towards east. So here is the man at M towards east, matlab this is towards east and this is 2 meter. Then 5 meter towards south, south in sense down. After this, at point A it is, after this 5 meter towards south, and finally 10 meter towards east again. 10 meter towards east, east in sense this side, right side. So this is the east, 10 meter almost, so this is 10 meter. Okay, find the distance. देखो, man was here and now it is at here. Okay, so distance कितना हो जाएगा? So whatever his path he has covered is my distance. So it is 2 plus 5, 7, 7 plus 10, 17. So distance is 17 meters. So that's not the problem. Displacement is what I'll tell you. Displacement is nothing but this direct distance. Now how do you find out this distance? cm, I have to find out the distance, displacement rather. Okay, ये distance, ये displacement मुझे find करना है. How will I find that? Difficult होगा, है ना? So don't worry, I'll be helping you. Don't take tension. If I take some small construction here, in this way, check करो. So in MPC, isn't it is a right angle triangle? Whereas its MP value is equal to 5 and its PC value equal to 12. Check it out, 10 plus 2, 12. So is it possible to find CM value? So CM square is equals to MP square plus PC square. So CM square I have to find out, MP square is 5 square plus 12 square, which is 25 plus 144, right? And it is 169. So I hope you can find CM, which is equals to 13 meter. So what is displacement here? It is nothing but 13 meter. And what is distance here? It is 17 meter, as you have seen. Okay, I just hope you understood it. Clear, idea is clear. So I can expect you all to solve these questions. 3 ही तो क्वेश्चन है, ज़्यादा नहीं है. You can solve and keep it ready. But ये थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्टिंग है, ये देख लो. ये we are working on another important concept of uniform and non-uniform motion. What is uniform and non-uniform motion? I can just help you in understanding it in short. Uniform motion is that which covers equal distance in the same period of time, equal interval of time. Okay, so that motion is called as uniform motion. That means in short what? Whose speed is constant. Okay, whose speed is constant, we call it as in a uniform motion. Okay, non-uniform motion is what? Whose speed is not constant. That means it won't go at equal interval, won't go at equal distance or won't cover equal distance in a same interval of time. So you can say the motion which is not uniform, motion which is in not uniform, has got no constant speed. Let us understand the same by using a graph. So what is asked here? represent the following table graphically. You have to represent it graphically. तो I'll try to do that. Graphically represent करना है मतलब क्या करना है? I have to take one quantity on x axis and the another quantity on y axis. The horizontal is x and vertical is y. ठीक है. So time I will take it on x axis. The first one I'll take it on x axis. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And on y axis it is multiple of 5, isn't it? It is seen clearly there. It is multiple of 5. So it is 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25, right? So what I can do is I can take 1 comma 5 is here. देख लो, this is nothing but your one coordinate, 1 comma 5, 2 comma 10 which is here, 3 comma 15, 5, 4 comma 4 comma 20 and 5 comma 25. So do you find these points are collinear, or one same line is passing through all these 3 points, right? So in case if it is so, this is called as a uniform motion, right? If it is in a straight line, we call it as uniform motion. Let's talk about the next one, second one. Same thing, we will go for and here is the x-axis and y-axis. Okay. On x-axis it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? And on y-axis it is 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. But it's not as in a regular interval. So what I can do is I can take some scale like the same thing, 5 and all. Can I go for 5 and all? So I can go for 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25, right? 25. I think it is still 25, right? The same graph I'm using. So let us go for it. 1, 1, 1 comma 1. So 1 might come somewhere here, right? 1 comma 1. 2 comma 4. 2 comma 4 is just down there. 3 comma 9 is just down to the 10. 4 comma 16 is above 15 and 5 is to 25 directly, right? Okay, now you can understand. देख लो, this is not a straight line. Can you check that? So if I draw the straight line, it is normally in this way. It is not a straight line. It has got a curve, right? So when we have a curve in a graph, it is called as non-uniform. What is called as a non-uniform motion. Okay, so you can try drawing the graph. This kind of graph you can draw. Try it. It's interesting, isn't it? चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let's go on. So what we learn from the activity? Okay, this graph is called as a distance time graph. Okay, on the y-axis we took distance and on the x-axis we took time. So it is called as a distance time graph. It is read in that this way, y-axis first and then x-axis. So distance time graph we call it as. So this graph is called as a distance time graph. The first graph is a straight line where second one is curved. That's what we discussed. The first is an example of uniform motion, whereas second is example of non-uniform motion. So what is uniform motion? A body is traveling equal distance in equal interval of time. The body is considered to be in a uniform motion. Okay? And in non-uniform motion, the body has non-uniform motion if it travels unequal distance in a same or equal interval of time. Is this clear? I hope you are getting it. So these definitions are important. So whenever we have definition in our topic, it is without saying all these definitions needed to be remembered. Okay, keep in mind. Okay, let's talk about the next one. We have already discussed about it. Speed, velocity and acceleration. What is speed? Speed is speed of a body is the distance traveled per unit time. Simple. Distance per unit time is speed. Distance per unit time. So speed is equals to distance traveled upon time taken. ये तो हमें पता है. So speed, what is speed is equals to distance upon time. ठीक है. SI unit of speed, meter per second. Okay, remember that it is meter per second, but practical unit we use kilometer per hour. Okay, so common unit of speed, the commonly used is kilometer per hour. So kmh, this is the unit. Okay, commonly used. So it is very much compulsory that we need to learn to convert from kilometer per hour to meter per second and meter per second to kilometer per hour. So one should know that. So first of all, let us talk about this one. Convert 54 kilometer per hour into meter per second. Chalo, 54 kilometer per hour I have to convert into meter per second. So let us see. So it is 54 kilometer. First of all, talk about kilometer. Okay. So 54 kilometer to meter can I convert? 100% वी कैन कन्वर्ट इंटू किलोमीटर टू मीटर. कैसे करना है? कुछ नहीं, के मतलब 1000, याद रखो. देख लो, कोई भी के आ गया, के का मतलब क्या होता है? 1000. यू रिमेंबर द सैलरी इज काउंटेड इन माई सैलरी इज 55k. व्हाट इज दैट के? के इज 1000, राइट? सो दिस के मीन्स 1000. सो इट इज 54,000 मीटर. तो 54 इंटू 1000 and that will convert into meter divided by r. Now r to convert into seconds because I need the second here. So 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes and 60 minute is equals to 60 into 60 second into 60, isn't it? So 3600 it will be, right? So 1 hour to second it is divided by 3600 and this will come as meter per second. But every time doing such a heavy task normally becomes difficult. So हम लोग क्या करते हैं, इसको एक फैक्टर बना देते हैं. जैसे कि 0 get cancel, 2 5 10, then 2 18. So the factor here is 5 by 18. Hope you understand. The factor here is 5 by 18. So 54 into 5 by 18 if you do, it convert into meter per second. So 18 ones are 18 threes are and 15 meter per second it would be. So kilometer per hour to meter per second I have to multiply by 5 by 18. Okay, remember this conversion. And then exactly opposite, meter per second to kilometer per hour if I have to do, I have to multiply by 18 by 5. Okay, so remember these two values properly. Kilometer per hour to meter per second 5 by 18 and meter per second to kilometer per hour 18 by 5. Anyway, can you complete this part now? Okay, not only that, you can complete all other things. Please mention this because I am going to discard it right now. So meter per second to kilometer per hour 18 by 5 and kilometer per hour to meter per second 5 by 18. Remember that. Okay, so I am going to discard it now. So the same thing, convert 20 kilometer per hour to meter per second. You may get the answer in the fraction, remember. So that's not the problem. Same way, convert 100 meter per second into kilometer per hour. Multiply by 18 by 5. Once you understand the the converging factor, that becomes very easy. ये बहुत ही ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्सेप्ट है, एवरेज स्पीड. देखो हम लोग स्पीड के बारे में डीपली डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं अभी. ओके, स्पीड तो क्या होता है? एवरेज स्पीड. एवरेज स्पीड का मतलब क्या होता है? देखो, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. जैसे हम लोग मे बी ट्रैवल करते हैं बस से या फिर ट्रेन से ट्रैवल करते हैं. सो ट्रेन का स्पीड होता है मे बी इमेजिन एक 80 to 90 मीटर पर सेकेंड, 90 किलोमीटर पर आवर. इमेजिन हम लोग एक स्पीड पकड़ते हैं, ट्रेन का मैक्सिमम स्पीड होता है 90 किलोमीटर पर आवर. बट डू यू थिंक in the travel in whatever traveling you are at, in the traveling, do you really think that every time the speed of a train would be 90 kilometer per hour? Of course no. Many of the time train waits, many of the time train go for less speed. If there is a turn, train changes its speed. So for multiple reasons the train need to reduce its speed, right? So every time it is normally becomes difficult to understand how much is the speed of the train. So there we take average speed of a train. Okay, what is average speed? What we do, we take the total distance covered by the train and irrespective of, let me tell you, irrespective of the different speeds or change of the speed in between, we take total distance covered upon total time taken. Okay, in this way we understand the average speed of any object. Okay, so total distance traveled upon total time taken is nothing but the average speed. Let's take an example. एक ऑब्जेक्ट है विच इज ट्रैवलिंग फॉर 16 मीटर in 4 seconds and then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. So what is its average speed? This is the object. अभी imagine करो ये ट्रेन है, पहले 16 मीटर उस ट्रेन कितना टाइम में कवर किया उसने 4 सेकेंड्स में किया, उसके बाद थोड़ा स्पीड बढ़ाया, फिर नेक्स्ट 16 मीटर उसने क्या किया 2 सेकेंड्स में कंप्लीट कर दिया. सो लेट अस फाइंड आउट एवरेज स्पीड. तो व्हाट इज एवरेज स्पीड? इज total distance upon total time. What is total distance? It is 16 plus 16 upon total time 4 plus 2. तो 16 plus 16 कितना हो जाता है 32 upon 6. Right? So you can write the answer. I think it is 2 1s are 2 6s are 12 and 2 3s are 6 meter per second. This is the answer. This is the average speed of a train or that object. Clear? Got the point? I'm just hoping that you are understanding the concept of average speed. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Uniform speed. What do you mean by uniform speed? Same way the body has got uniform speed if it travel equal distance in a equal interval of time. जैसे हमने uniform motion का definition देखा था, same है uniform speed का definition. Covering equal distance of time in an equal interval of covering equal distance in an equal interval of time. That's it. A very very simple definition, very very important. Remember that. आगे बढ़ते हैं. A scooter covers a distance of 3 kilometer in 5 minutes. Calculate his speed. ये देख लो, ये थोड़ा सा conversion वाला concept है. तो let's talk about it very carefully. क्या हो रहा है देखो. A scooter covers a distance of 3 kilometer. तो हमारे पास जो distance है वो है 3 किलोमीटर का. एंड द टाइम जो दिया है टाइम वो है 5 मिनट का. डोंट यू थिंक दैट ये थोड़ा सा और कॉम्बिनेशन है. द डिस्टेंस इज गिवन इन किलोमीटर एंड टाइम इज गिवन इन मिनट. वी कैन नॉट फाइंड द डिस्टेंस, वी कैन नॉट फाइंड द स्पीड. चलो पहले डिसाइड करते हैं कि हम लोग किस में फाइंड करना है. चलो हम डिसाइड करते हैं मीटर पर सेकंड में हमें फाइंड करना है. तो किलोमीटर को मीटर में कन्वर्ट करो. 3K मतलब क्या होता है 3000. सो 3 into 1000 3000 मीटर. 5 मिनट को सेकंड्स में कन्वर्ट करो तो 5 into 60 सेकंड्स. तो यहीं पे कन्वर्ट करो जहाँ पे आप लोग ये लिखते हो. तो स्पीड इज इक्वल्स टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. डिस्टेंस कितना है 3000, टाइम कितना है 5 into 60. आई होप यू कैन सॉल्व इट. द आंसर इज इन मीटर पर सेकेंड. यू कैन इजीली सॉल्व इट. दैट्स नॉट द प्रॉब्लम. मुझे लगता है कुछ 10 आएगा. आई थिंक सो. I think 10 meter per second the speed would be. Okay, right. Next one. Train A travels a distance of 120 km in 3 hours, whereas train B travels distance of this kilometer in 4 hours. Which train travel faster? That means you have to ask, you are asked speed and whose speed is more. I think it is in kilometer and hour. You can convert in or you can find the speed in kilometer per hour itself. You can easily get the answer. Okay, first का speed कितना होगा distance upon ये time, मतलब 120 divided by 3 कितना हो जाएगा 40 किलोमीटर पर आवर. एंड सेकंड है 180 डिवाइडेड बाय 4. तो 4 4 ज़ा 16 एंड 4 5 ज़ा 20 किलोमीटर पर आवर. तो सेकंड इज़ फास्टर. राइट. इट्स वेरी क्लियर, सिंपल है, ज़्यादा कुछ डिफिकल्ट नहीं. आगे बढ़ते हैं. द कार ट्रेवल्स 30 किलोमीटर एट द स्पीड ऑफ 40 किलोमीटर पर आवर एंड नेक्स्ट 30 किलोमीटर एट द स्पीड ऑफ 20 किलोमीटर पर आवर. फाइंड इट्स एवरेज स्पीड. बहुत ज़बरदस्त क्वेश्चन. ये रहा अपना वाला क्वेश्चन, अच्छा वाला क्वेश्चन. देखते हैं. 30 किलोमीटर जो ट्रैवल कर रही है कार वो कितनी है, इतने स्पीड से ट्रैवल कर रही है. ठीक है. एंड नेक्स्ट 30 किलोमीटर जो है वो 20 किलोमीटर पर आवर से ट्रैवल कर रही है. तो हमारे पास फाइंड करने के लिए क्या है, एवरेज स्पीड फाइंड करने के लिए. तो व्हाट इज एवरेज स्पीड? तो एवरेज स्पीड इज, देख लो, एवरेज स्पीड मैं फॉर्मूला लिख रहा हूँ, इज इक्वल टू टोटल डिस्टेंस अपॉन टोटल टाइम। ठीक है, तो टोटल डिस्टेंस मतलब क्या, द डिस्टेंस का एडिशन 30 है एंड दूसरा 30 है, तो ये हो जाएगा 30 + 30, तो ये 60 हो जाएगा। टोटल टाइम, नाउ हियर इज द प्रॉब्लम, डू वी हैव टाइम हियर? Okay, that's the problem now. Do we have time? We don't have time. So first of all, before we set our formula, before we put values in the formula, we need to find time for both the journeys. Okay, so time for first journey, ठीक है, time for journey 1, ठीक है, let's start understanding about it. Let's go for it. तो टाइम फॉर जर्नी, टाइम कैसे फाइंड करते हैं? अरे सिंपल सी बात है ना, स्पीड इज इक्वल्स टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम। तो इन दिस वे हम लोग फाइंड कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, स्पीड, स्पीड कितना है फर्स्ट जर्नी का 40 किलोमीटर पर आवर, ये 40 हो जाएगा। डिस्टेंस कितना है 30 किलोमीटर अपॉन टाइम। तो अगर मैंने टाइम फाइंड करना है तो टाइम विल बी इक्वल टू 30 upon 40, that is 3/4. Of course it is in R because the unit is in the similar manner. Second one, time for journey 2, same, speed is equals to distance upon time. कितना है स्पीड अभी सेकेंड जर्नी के लिए? स्पीड कितना है 20 किलोमीटर पर आवर। डिस्टेंस कितना है? सेम 30 है अपॉन टाइम। टाइम उधर चला गया, ये इधर आ गया, सो कितना हो जाएगा टाइम यहाँ पे? टाइम इज इक्वल्स टू 3/2R। तो ये रहा मेरा टाइम फॉर जर्नी 2 एंड ये रहा मेरा टाइम फॉर जर्नी 1। तो आई कैन ईजिली पुट द वैल्यू इन दिस वन नाउ। टोटल डिस्टेंस कितना है 30 + 30 अपॉन टोटल टाइम टेकन, कितना है टोटल टाइम टेकन? 3/4 + 3/2, 3/4 + 3/2। आई नो दैट पीपल गेट कन्फ्यूज विद दिस काइंड ऑफ फ्रैक्शंस, ऐसे मल्टीपल फ्रैक्शंस आ गए तो यू डोंट हैव टू वरी, ये बहुत ही सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट है, मैं सब कुछ आपको समझा देता हूँ। ओके, 30 + 30 कितना हो जाएगा 60 अपॉन ये जो फ्रैक्शन है नीचे उसको ऐड करते हैं, तो इसको है ना इंटू टू करना पड़ेगा। आई होप यू रिमेंबर दैट, ये डिनोमिनेटर सेम करो, यहाँ पे 4 आ जाएगा, 3 × 2 = 6, 6 + 3 9, तो ये हो जाएगा 9/6, बराबर है ना सॉरी 9/4। ओके, नाउ दिस वन हाउ टू सॉल्व, ये जो है इसको कैसे सॉल्व करें, ये कन्फ्यूजन आपके दिमाग में अभी रहेगा। ठीक है, लेट मी रिमूव दैट कन्फ्यूजन। कुछ नहीं करना, सिंपल सी बात है, देख लो, इट इज़ 60 डिवाइडेड बाय 9/4, ऐसा है ना ये कॉन्सेप्ट। तो डिवीजन को हम लोग मल्टीप्लीकेशन करते हैं, यू रिमेंबर दैट इन योर 4th ग्रेड और मे बी इन 5th ग्रेड यू मस्ट हैव डन इट, कि इस डिवीजन को मल्टीप्लीकेशन में कन्वर्ट कैसे करते हैं, 60 × 4/9, मतलब इसका रिवर्स रेसिप्रोकल करके वही मल्टीप्लाई। यही सेम कॉन्सेप्ट यहाँ पे है, तो इट इज गोइंग टू बी 60 × 4/9, देख लो सेम ही कॉन्सेप्ट है, 60 डिवाइडेड बाय 9/4, तो 60 × 4/9, राइट। सो 3 2 ज़ा 20 ज़ा 3 3 ज़ा 9, तो माई आंसर इज 4 2 ज़ा 80 अपॉन 3 किलोमीटर पर आवर। That's it. This is my average speed. I know it's a weird answer, but no way, no other way. This is the question, and here is the answer. That's it. Okay. I'm hoping that you are understanding. Maybe it is a very big question, but surely you must have understood it. Okay. On a 120-kilometer track, a train travels the first 30-kilometer distance. Okay. First 30-kilometer distance. ये है मेरा, sorry, this is what my distance is at a speed, ये है speed. How fast must the train travel the next 90 kilometer so as to get the average speed of 60 किलोमीटर पर आवर। ओ, ये थोड़ा सा HOTS कैटेगरी क्वेश्चन है। ठीक है, हम लोग इसको HOTS करके रख देते हैं। इफ़ यू कैन get it, you try, otherwise I'll be teaching you later on, no problem. ठीक है, ये यही ऊपर वाला जो था ना, यही क्वेश्चन है, बस थोड़ा सा उल्टा दिया है, मतलब यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है एवरेज स्पीड, तो यूजिंग अदर कॉन्सेप्ट यू हैव टू फाइंड द एक्चुअल स्पीड जो भी हो। ओके, सॉल्व करें इसको, करें, चलो ठीक है, कर देते हैं, कर देते हैं, क्यों, वाई टू कीप, चलो देखते हैं, जितना भी समझ में आए उतना हम लोग कैरी करते हैं। चलो, ऑलवेज रिमेंबर वहाँ पे दो जर्नीज होते हैं, तो दो जर्नी का हमारे पास क्या है, देख लो फॉर्मूला, एवरेज स्पीड जो है, एवरेज स्पीड, यही फॉर्मूला यूज करना है, दिस इज टोटल डिस्टेंस अपॉन टोटल टाइम। तो हमें ये पता होना चाहिए, ये पता होना चाहिए, या फिर ये पता होना चाहिए। मेरे पास एवरेज स्पीड दिया हुआ है, टोटल डिस्टेंस दिया हुआ है 120 किलोमीटर एंड 30 किलोमीटर। अच्छा हाँ, फर्स्ट 30 किलोमीटर बचा हुआ, मतलब मुझे टोटल डिस्टेंस है 120 किलोमीटर का टोटल डिस्टेंस है, ठीक है। अभी मुझे करना क्या है, बस टोटल टाइम हमें फाइंड करके रखना है, बस दैट्स इट। चलो देखते हैं। तो मेरे पास टोटल ट्रैक है 120 मीटर का, फर्स्ट 30 किलोमीटर, मतलब टाइम फॉर फर्स्ट जर्नी, मैं टाइम 1 करता हूँ। टाइम क्या होता है, अभी मुझे पता चल गया, देखो स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम, टाइम इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन स्पीड। तो डिस्टेंस कितना है फर्स्ट जर्नी का, डिस्टेंस है 30 किलोमीटर, अपॉन स्पीड देख लो, टाइम इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन स्पीड, कन्वर्ट करके। तो स्पीड कितना है इधर 30 किलोमीटर, तो टाइम कितना आ गया 1 आवर, ठीक है ना। अभी टाइम 2, सेकेंड जर्नी का टाइम, सेकेंड जर्नी जो है वो है 90 किलोमीटर का, विच इज़ 90 किलोमीटर, उसका स्पीड कितना है वही तो मुझे फाइंड करना है। हाउ मच फास्ट द ट्रेन ट्रैवल फॉर द नेक्स्ट 90 किलोमीटर, तो नेक्स्ट 90 किलोमीटर का स्पीड कितना होना चाहिए ये मुझे फाइंड करना है, राइट। समझ में आ रहा है, अभी कुछ नहीं रहे, ये सिंपल सी बातें देख लो। और ट्रेन का ड्राइवर है, ट्रेन के ड्राइवर को 120 किलोमीटर तक जाना है, ठीक है, एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम उसको दिया हुआ है, 120 किलोमीटर जाना है उसको। जब वो 120 किलोमीटर जाएगा तो उसने क्या किया, पहले 30 किलोमीटर जो है वो अपने बीबी के साथ बात करते करते आराम से जा रहा है, ठीक है। फिर जब बात खत्म हो गई तब उसको क्या पता चला कि अरे बाप रे, बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम वेस्ट हो गया, हम बहुत स्लो जा रहे हैं। फिर उसने कैलकुलेट किया, उसको क्या लगा कि अभी जो बचा हुआ 90 किलोमीटर है उसको इतना फास्ट जाना है कि एवरेज स्पीड होना चाहिए 60 किलोमीटर पर आवर, नहीं तो उसका जो बॉस है वो उसको डांटेगा। तो उसने क्या किया कि उसको कैलकुलेट करना शुरू किया, अभी वो तो मैथ्स या फिर फिजिक्स स्टूडेंट नहीं है, तो वी हैव टू हेल्प हिम, वी हैव टू हेल्प दिस फेलो कि उसको बचे हुए 90 किलोमीटर में कितना स्पीड जाना है या फिर कितना फास्ट जाना है, सो दैट ही विल अचीव द टोटल स्पीड, द एवरेज स्पीड एज 60 किलोमीटर पर आवर। चलो हेल्प करते हैं। तो वो जो टाइम, वो जो स्पीड होगा जो उसको अचीव करना है इन रिमेनिंग 90 मिनट इज मे बी एक्स, तो ये इतना हो गया टाइम 90/x, ठीक है, यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया। चलो अभी टोटल डिस्टेंस कितना है 120 किलोमीटर, अपॉन टोटल टाइम कितना दिया हुआ है 1 प्लस ये, मतलब 1 आवर प्लस 90/x, जो भी है, जो भी है 90/x है, ठीक है, इज इक्वल टू कितना है 60, क्यों, क्योंकि एवरेज स्पीड मुझे उसे कितना चाहिए, उसे 60 चाहिए। यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया, ये क्लियर हो गया। चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं। तो 60 इज इक्वल्स टू 120 अपॉन, इसको थोड़ा सा क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं, जो नीचे डिनोमिनेटर दिख रहा है इसको क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं, तो ये इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी x प्लस 90/x, ठीक है। तो 60 इज इक्वल्स टू 12 इंटू x अपॉन x प्लस 90, ये जो है दिख रहा है, ये इसका रेसिप्रोकल करके मैंने मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया। आर यू क्लियर, जैसे हमने प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन में भी किया था, उसका रेसिप्रोकल करके मल्टीप्लाई किया, वही चीज़ की। ओके नेक्स्ट आगे बढ़ते, इसको कंटिन्यू करते सॉल्विंग। तो ये हो जाएगा 120x, और ये जो नीचे डिनोमिनेटर इधर में शिफ्ट करता हूँ, तो ये कितना हो जाएगा देखते हैं, 60 इंटू ब्रैकेट x प्लस 90 इज इक्वल्स टू 120x, ठीक है। तो इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी 60x प्लस 9 6 जा 54 00 इज इक्वल्स टू 120x। अब ये 60x इधर शिफ्ट कर दिया तो 5 4 is equals to 120x minus 60x. So it is 5400 is equals to 60x. X will be equal to 5400 upon 60. 0 get cancel, 90, राइट. तो मेरा x जो आएगा वो है 90 किलोमीटर पर आवर. तो उसको क्या करना है, जो बचा हुआ जो भी स्पीड है उसको कितने किलोमीटर में जाना है, 90 किलोमीटर में जाना है, 90 किलोमीटर पर आवर में जाना है. क्लियर? आई जस्ट होप दैट यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस कॉन्सेप्ट. आई नो दिस इज बिट कंफ्यूजिंग बट नो ऑप्शन, यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. और एक बार वीडियो को देख लो, पहले वाले क्वेश्चन को देख लो, इससे पहले वाले क्वेश्चन को देखो, सो दैट यू अंडरस्टैंड इन अ मोर बेटर वे. ओके, वो डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन है, ये थोड़ा सा इनडायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन है. दैट्स इट. आइडिया क्लियर? चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. वेलोसिटी द सेम, जैसे डिस्टेंस एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट होता है वैसे वेलोसिटी एंड स्पीड होता है. सो स्पीड हमने देखा, अभी वेलोसिटी ऑफ बॉडी इज अ डिस्प्लेसमेंट प्रोड्यूस पर यूनिट टाइम. वेलोसिटी स्पीड क्या था, डिस्टेंस पर यूनिट टाइम. तो वेलोसिटी क्या है, डिस्प्लेसमेंट पर यूनिट टाइम. सिंपल. तो व्हाट इज वेलोसिटी, डिस्प्लेसमेंट अपॉन टाइम टेकन. यूनिट रिमेन सेम, मीटर पर सेकेंड. हियर इज सम डिस्टिंग्विशिंग पॉइंट जो हमने कल भी देखे थे. ठीक है, चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. यूनिफॉर्म वेलोसिटी द सेम कॉन्सेप्ट, जैसे डिस्टेंस की होती है वैसे ही डिस्टेंस एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट का होता है, वैसे ही स्पीड एंड वेलोसिटी का होता है. चलो देख लो, ये थोड़े क्वेश्चन है जो टेक्स्ट बुक में ही दिए हुए हैं. चलो देखते हैं. डिस्टिंग्विश बिटवीन स्पीड एंड वेलोसिटी. तो ये तो मैं ऑलरेडी हमने चेक कर लिया है. अंडर व्हाट कंडीशंस इज द मैग्नीट्यूड of average velocity of an object equal to its average speed. Under what condition do you think the velocity will be equal to what do you say, speed? Velocity will be equal to speed. Under the same condition when distance will be equal to displacement. Imagine karo, the point is at A and the point is at B, and if we travel in this way, तो ये हो गया डिस्टेंस और ये हो गया डिस्प्लेसमेंट. तो डिस्टेंस एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट अलग अलग है. मैं क्या सोच रहा हूँ कि व्हेन इट कैन बी सेम, व्हेन डिस्टेंस एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट कैन बी सेम. मैं बताऊँ कुछ नहीं, अगर वो स्ट्रेट लाइन पे ए से लेके बी तक जा रहा है, पाथ ही उसका स्ट्रेट लाइन है, तो ये हो गया उसका डिस्टेंस एंड सेम ही हो गया उसका डिस्प्लेसमेंट. दैट्स इट. सेम ही हो गया उसका डिस्प्लेसमेंट. सेम वे वेलोसिटी भी. द वेलोसिटी if it is in the straight line, the speed is in the straight line, then we call that is equal to the average speed. Okay, so that is already here. I'll show you. This is the note. If a body is moving in a straight line, then the velocity is equal to the speed. Right, the same question का आंसर वहीं पे दिया हुआ है. What does the odometer of an automobile measure? Actually it measures speed. ऑडोमीटर पता है ना आप लोगों को, ऑटोमोबाइल मशीन होता है जो स्पीड मेजर करता है, कितना किलोमीटर पर आवर वो कार जा रही है. ओके, दैट इट डज. ओके, यू कैन चेक दिस एज वेल ऑन द इंटरनेट. फाइन. ओडोमीटर क्या होता है, ओडोमॉस नहीं है वो, ओडोमीटर है. ओके, व्हाट डज द पाथ ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट लुक लाइक व्हेन इट इज इन द यूनिफॉर्म मोशन. हाउ डज पाथ ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट लुक लाइक, पाथ ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट व्हेन इट इज इन द यूनिफॉर्म मोशन. वो यूनिफॉर्म मोशन में है अगर इमेजिन तो पाथ उसका कैसे लगता है. तो इट इज़ अ स्ट्रेट लाइन. वी हैव चेक्ड इन द ग्राफ आल्सो कि हाउ द पाथ ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट लुक्स लाइक. ठीक है. एनीवे, ड्यूरिंग एन एक्सपेरिमेंट अ सिग्नल फ्रॉम अ स्पेसशिप रिच द ग्राउंड स्टेशन इन 5 minutes. सो टाइम इज गिवन 5 minutes. ठीक है. What was the distance of the spaceship from the ground? The signal travels at the speed of light, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second square, meter per second. तो ये देख लो, अंडरस्टैंड इट. यहाँ पे मेरे पास क्या क्या है, टाइम इज गिवन 5 minutes. नीड टू कन्वर्ट इनटू सेकंड बिकॉज इट इज गिवन इन मीटर पर सेकंड. देख लो, दिस इज द वे हाउ यू राइट मीटर पर सेकंड. एक ऐसे लिखते हैं एंड दूसरा ऐसे लिखते हैं, रेज टू -1. Okay, so you know that raised to -1 laws of exponents, if you use, you will understand. Okay, it is upon s. So these are the two ways to write meter per second. ठीक है. तो it is in seconds, so I have to convert 5 minutes into second. तो 5 into 60, तो it is going to be 300 seconds. and speed is equals to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. You must be worried for this particular number, but don't worry, I'll tell you that. तो distance क्या होता है? देख लो, स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. तो डिस्टेंस टाइम को इधर शिफ्ट कर दिया तो डिस्टेंस क्या होगा? स्पीड इंटू टाइम हो जाएगा. तो डिस्टेंस इज इक्वल टू स्पीड इंटू टाइम. सो 3 इंटू 10 रेज टू 8 इंटू टाइम, दैट इज 300. तो इसको क्या करना है? कुछ नहीं करना, उसको वैसे रखो, बस नंबर को मल्टीप्लाई कर दो. तो 3 इंटू 3 कितना हो जाएगा? 9 एंड 2 zeros इंटू 10 रेज टू 8 मीटर, दैट्स इट. तो इतना हो गया उसका डिस्टेंस. ठीक है, गेटिंग इट. तो कुछ ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट नहीं है, ईजी है. यू कैन ट्राई अदर क्वेश्चंस, देर आर फ्यू मोर क्वेश्चंस गिवन. एग्जाम्पल ये जो है, ट्राई वर्किंग ऑन दिस क्वेश्चंस. देखो समझ में आता है क्या? आज बस इतना ही करना है. सो व्हाट आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग फ्रॉम यू टुडे, you have to send me all the numerical questions to me. Okay, numerical questions, that means all those which has got numbers, all those questions you have to send it to me. Okay, till page number 10 we have reached today. Tomorrow we are just building on the same. ठीक है, तो bye bye, see you tomorrow with the next concept. Today's homework please don't forget to send it to me. Okay.
किती टाइम झाला तो? 1.25 तास.